All right, here we go once again, my friends. We're going to be loading up into King's Cove today. We're going to start with our red Zerg in the top left corner of the map. We do have ExCiTeR. And his opponent down in the bottom right corner of the map. I'm left-handed. I'm dyslexic. I'm sorry. For our blue Simulant Zerg, CalebAracous. Gonna have to look into how that's pronounced, but you know, I'm here to just commentate Starcraft, not to pronounce people's names the right way. I'm like the Daniel Keemstar of Starcraft. We do see pool first from ExCiTER's side of the map, also from Caleb's side, a little bit slower, a little bit earlier. So the difference between here, just like before, gonna have more Zerglings. Okay, Caleb is going to have more because of Defender's advantage. And he's going to have a little bit more economy. So we'll see how it works out. Depends when ExCiTER's Zerglings can get into his base. But I expect them to do so very, very swiftly. We do see the extra hatchery getting put down at the natural expansion for Caleb. And followed up by a red drone going down for ExCiTER to put down the second hatchery. Very nice. Got 6 Zerglings out at the moment. We're just gonna actually just do this. There we go. We're just gonna watch them bounce across the map. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. It's like a nature documentary out here. And here, we see the red Zerglings moving across King's Cove in search for food. And they are going to find that food, indeed. A singular blue Zergling going to get caught, not eaten, though. And, ooh, very close. He is going to come up and try to nibble away at the hatchery. We do have Spine getting put down. Like I mentioned, the early pool, like I said, going to give him a little bit more. Queen's just about to come up, but he is pulling the boys. Ooh, he's expecting a lot of Zerglings, I think. I mean, he hasn't really had time to make a lot of his own, but the boys are pulled. The drones, you can't underestimate the drones. The red Zerglings actually tearing them apart. However, the hatchery is going to get up some blue Zerglings coming to reinforce. There's only a couple of red lings left. And meanwhile, the queen is here also to defend. Going to want to try to take out that overlord as well. And set him back a little bit on supply. Very, very interesting to see. Queen started at ExCiTER's second hatchery. Once again, a little bit behind Caleb. Not going to make too much of a difference. These Zerg versus Zerg games are so aggressive. I think that's why I like them so much. It's my favorite matchup in the game. We do see a Baneling Nest coming up on Caleb's side of the map. And some more Zerglings in production from ExCiTER. Curious to see what he's actually going to do here. It's like, oh, wow. All right, well, they got taken out anyway. I was kind of just in awe that those 2 Zerglings managed to stay there as long as they did. But they're only Zerglings, it's okay. We are going to see the Baneling Nest be canceled in favor of Metabolic Boost being started. I'm not sure if that was because he wanted to do this first and then he's going to put it down. We'll have to see what Caleb has up his sleeve. We have a Singular Evolution Chamber and a Baneling Nest going down from ExCiTER. Still no Baneling Nest on the blue side, however, which is weird. It's interesting. It's interesting to see that he canceled that. Huh. I'm just in awe of the Zerg versus Zerg of these lads. We do have the Evo Chamber as well on the blue side going down. Second one started as well for ExCiTER. Going to be able to get 2 upgrades at the same time. Melee and armor. We do have the blue Zerglings coming in to look and see if they can poke around. See what they can find. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, there we go. Baneling Nest finished as well. I think I selected this and this before. The middle one was a Baneling Nest. So he does have access to Banelings as well right now. ExCiTER, however, you're still missing some there. Can you spot the difference? Corporate wants you to tell the difference between these 2 photos. They are certainly not the same picture. Wow, we actually do see The missile upgrades. A Roach Warren coming up as well. I'd be curious to see. He's going to have a lot of roaches out, though. However, we do see the third base getting found out by the blue Zerglings of Caleb. I don't think ExCiTER is going to be able to save it. There's a lot of Zerglings there. Like I was just going to say, he's going to need a lot of roaches to be able to hold this, and he's just not really in the right timing to do this. The blue Zergling is going to be tearing apart the queens that are here, even through the transfuse, is going to be holding the door between the Baneling Nest and the Evo Chamber. More Zerglings just coming in. He's going to let them in. The roaches are here to try to hold it, but there's only 2. There's only 3. The boys are getting pulled. Unfortunately, I think there's just too many Zerglings here. The boys are going to get pulled, but at what cost? Oh my goodness. Actually able to hold off some of the Zerglings, but they're still here. We didn't manage the Glial Reconstitution from the Roach Warren yet, have we? Nope. Would be useful. I mean, I like roaches. A decent amount, especially with this upgrade. What is it? With +1, they can 2-shot Zerglings instead of 3-shot Zerglings. So if they're fast, you can basically just hit them as they run by and then take 1 step back and hit them again. They die. It's great. Lots more blue Zerglings moving out across the map, trying to come back in and finish the job. We do have a handful of roaches at the top here, which is good. We don't have any blue vision on this high ground, so the roaches are going to be able to shoot them as they're coming up the ramp. And like I mentioned, they do have the extra attack power, but that is about to change because we do have the +1 melee also finished for Caleb. In the meantime, we do see, finally, we do finally see the lair on the way. Roach Warren as well for Caleb himself, with some roaches in production. We do have +1 missiles on the way as well. It's going to come down to who can economy up better and get more stuff, right? They're going to be basically on the same tech tier, I believe, by the time that Caleb has any roaches out. As long as he doesn't really do anything goofy and open himself up to attack. We do have +2 started and the Glial Reconstitution. That's going to give the roaches speed, which is nice to have. But I mean, Caleb's had a decent worker lead. Got more income. So if he just sits back, he's going to be able to handle this pretty well. Like I mentioned, we do have the +2 started for ExCiTER. That might be something exciting to look out for. I expect him to just immediately start up +2 missiles as well. But we'll see what happens. We do have the red roaches of ExCiTER moving out. Still a little bit slow. +2 missiles not done yet, which, I mean, there's no way that he can know unless he's seen the Evo Chamber wiggling. But, I mean, they're going to be on the same, like right now, they're going to be on the same attack power. And there's a spine there to defend. This is not an engagement you want to take. ExCiTER, please move your roaches away. It's too late. He's going to have to stand and fight. He's lost quite a bit already. The blue roach is still poking away. Glial Reconstitution about to come up now. It's going to make the red roaches a little bit faster. If he can clean this up, I don't think he has enough, though. Yeah, blue roach is very, very slowly whittling away at the red forces. And ExCiTER is going to GG out of the game, giving Caleb the victory. Moving him on in the bracket. Very nicely handled. GG to both of our players. Excellent. I love ZVZ.